Is a dark episode for January the 23rd, 2024. And it was a Tuesday, but I did actually prep two books that I finished yesterday. I finished System Collapse, I think it's called, the Murderbot number 7, which was like on, and the X-Bar X-Boys in Thunder Canyon, which was interesting. I can't say it was a good book. It was definitely a snapshot of some kind of reality in 1926. If only just sort of like, this is what Westerns were like viewed in 1926, which, is actually, you can see, is pretty consistent with what Westerns were. I should actually look at when Stagecoach was filmed. I just listened to a podcasters talking about John Ford's Stagecoach, the first, I think it was sound Western, and it's like, you know, racial stereotypes, sexist, slow-paced, definitely a boy's own adventure that, unlike Murderbot, is complete in itself, a complete story in itself, and very much aggressively that was on the tin of like, this is a complete story in itself. You do not need to have read any of the other ones to read this one. A corporate product. Evil Corporations and Murderbot, written by an actual author, a named real author who isn't employed by a corporation in that one, so we've got that at least. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do a dual review of Murderbot and the X-Bar X-Boys in Thunder Canyon. I guess I could, and very much kind of the thing of masculinity in the X-Bar X-Boys, and sort of embracing a kind of adventure story with a character that is a gender neutral thing, not male, not female, very much presenting as asexual in that sense of like, not sexuality is not a thing for Murderbot, as much as it's just something odd that he views in the entertainments the soap opera entertainments that he is interested in. So yeah, I thought about those today. So that's my plan, is to try and continue thinking about them and then make some videos on Thursday, maybe Friday, and be able to put them up on my BookTube channel. That would be really good. Continue along with that. I decided, in the spirit of fun, to continue on just reading what I want to read. I do want to get into 1901 material and start kind of doing that. I guess I could say that I am already doing that with Travels in West Africa, which is 1897, because I'm giving myself definitely a leeway of kind of 5 to 10 years before and after 1901, just to kind of get a general zeitgeist of the era going there, which is is definitely something that is interesting. The X-Bar X-Boys in Thunder Canyon are 1926, so they don't fall within that. But I should look for pulp fiction in the 1900s. I read a science fiction one set on Mars, which a while ago, which would actually kind of might click into that, and I could go back and review my review of it, and go from there on that, because that was interesting. That was an interesting book. Very, very an influence on Edgar Rice Burroughs, no doubt. All right. Other than that, back to work, back to all that stuff. All good. Thinking about fun at work. That's something to think about going forward. That's for my themes discussion earlier today. All right. I'll leave it there.